Loving the Halloween outfit there, Greg.
Oh, cheers. Appreciate it. Thought, well, I've had it on today for work, just to give him a laugh on the calls. But, there we go. Right, so here we are for the pre-season redaction, where the three artful dodgers of information will go through and have a little look at the pre-season reviews and the star system, and have a see where we are. How you doing, Matt? How you doing, Jez?
All right. Evening, chaps. All good?
Good, good. You all ready for the start of the season?
Yeah, I think we probably all are, aren't we?
Oh, I think Matt's looking forward to week one, aren't you, Matt?
Oh, for God's sake! What the worst fixture I could possibly have. For I think it's the third season in a row I've got the Avalanche. Any good news is I'm at home this week.
Well,
Whereas I'm sure I've been away the 2 weeks. Yeah, so yeah.
It's like they're in your division, Matt.
I know. No, but seriously, get them every year, first week.
Have you got a motivation coach yet?
Hey?
Have you got a motivation?
Yeah, I've got my motivation coach. I've got my motivation coach. Not that he's going to do anything this week. He's going to be sat on the bench doing fuck all.
Absolutely, he's doing nothing. He's getting paid mega money for absolutely nothing this week.
Correct.
Yes. So hopefully he didn't pay too much for him.
Quite right too.
Right, okay, so here we are. We've got the same sort of format as we've had before. We're going to go through and do a little bit of predictions and see what we're thinking. So, which side do you want to start on? Do we want to go east, north, south, west, or do we want to go with the CFC first?
Why don't we start MFC for a change? We usually always start at CFC.
Let's do that then.
Ooh, mix it up.
Let's dial into the MFC. Right, so we're starting east. So the other thing that I've got on the side there, the mascots one, is I've obviously got way too much time on my hands. I've done a little bit of generative AI and asked it to put a mascot together for each of the teams based on some vague information that I've given it. So we'll unveil those as we go as well. So we'll start with the MFC East, Comets, Blues and Sonics. And here we go.
This mascot thing adds a whole new dimension to this.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Some of these needed a little tweak with things like Sonics and, depending on how descriptive the names of the teams are. But some of them came out quite nicely. So Comets, Blues, and the Cyclones looking very butch, but also quite demure at the same time. So
I'm going camp. I'm going camp for the Cyclones one. Camp.
It's the only one that hasn't got a helmet on.
Yeah, it's the Cyclone. I kind of liked it because the Cyclone is kind of in the hairstyle. So I thought, that's quite a nice little touch. But and some of them managed to pick up those shirt colours quite nicely, but others didn't. So there we go. Right, on to the not so important things as the mascot scene is those star ratings and where we are with the post-its this time. So training camps. This was very pink at the start of last season. Everything was pretty much weak and extremely weak. So we've had a few things going.
Not much better, is it? Still pretty bad.
Yeah, it's a strange one as well because I think we're going to see as we go through this. Some of those fourth place schedules seem to be factoring in that some of these weak teams are going to do a lot better than some of the others. you know, because Sonic's sitting there with what looks like a reasonably good defense. They've gone downwards to an average, and apparently lucky to finish on 4 and 6 this season.
Jeez.
Proper good. If the defense is that good, there's no way they're finishing third in that division.
Yeah, but I can't even remember. One-star pass offense.
Yeah.
That means he's
So-
throwing. That means he's throwing negative yards, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's literally. Well, it's the 1 star. It's the run offense is the 1 star.
Oh, is it run?
Yeah.
Sorry,
It's the
I'm
run,
blind
yeah.
as a bat. There you go. I'm blind as a bat.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So the one
Come on,
Yeah,
Matt,
stars
keep
on
up.
pass offense is 3 stars. So again, it seemed to be the thing that let Sonics down last season, wasn't it? The not able to move the ball and get scores.
well, they've got soap in their gloves, haven't they? That was half the issue. How many fumbles did they have last year? It was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was the turnovers, wasn't it?
So, I don't know. I'm surprised that they've gone down to an average because I would have thought they'd be on the rise because surely all them players Bills drafted are age 2, age 1. So
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of squad movement in this division, I don't think. I don't remember seeing too many trades going through. A few from the Blues to bring in a little bit of
backups.
yeah, backups
Yeah.
and some younger players, I think. So I remember trading a couple of age 1s in that direction.
Sonics had a young roster anyway, though, so their aging would have been, in theory, better than anyone else in that division. And they were challenging last season, so I can't see them not challenging this season. Just on that basis. And Tad's there now. Tad knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Tad's not made any trades though. He's not made one trade. He's not done anything, has he?
No, but that tells me that he thinks that he might not have needed to.
Possibly. I'm surprised.
Although he came in late, didn't he?
He did,
Yeah.
but he didn't do anything in the trade window. If you think you're contending, surely you maybe spend 1 or 2 picks to get 1 or 2 players in. I don't know what Tad's strategy is. You've played in the league with him. Is he a trader? Is he not a trader?
Yeah, he's a trader. Yeah.
Okay. I'm surprised the Cyclones were that bad actually, because I thought they were actually starting to improve the back end of last season, but maybe that's just because they're in a weak division and they picked up a couple of wins.
Yeah, and it's I don't know with the trade window as well, because there wasn't much quality came about on the trade boards really. It was, especially if you're not wanting to go down the age 6, 7, and 8 route, because there was a lot of aged players there who are good for those that are probably at that kind of peak. But if the Sonics are still young and coming up, then potentially there wasn't much about. Or is that just me?
Oh, yes. No, it's true, but there were trades going through. You had to work. You had to actually do some research yourself. That's how I brought a couple of players in. Actually making some inquiries about, is this player available, whatever. And we've said this before. 80% of the league won't even bother doing that. They'll just wait and see what comes on the board.
Yeah, and actually saying that, I mean, there were quite a few running backs about. So if that is a fair reflection of that run offense. If it is the running back that's the issue, then I mean, you picked up a late running back in the window as well, didn't you, Matt? A second and a third. So
It wasn't even that right. It was a third and a
was it?
third and a seventh. Third and a seventh for Colas.
Yeah. So everything's there.
He's a one season. He's a one season backup for me. He's not even going to start. So
yeah. Yeah. So it may just be that schedule. I mean, can have a quick little look at the Sonics. Who have they got on there?
Was it?
So they got the Bay Bears and the Mariners. Both of those on an upward trajectory. Generals is a tough one.
Redcoats.
And the Redcoats as well. So yeah, I can see that being a fair reflection based on that schedule by the looks of it.
You've got to win a few games, haven't you?
Yeah.
There's a few 50-50 toss-ups there.
Yeah. Could be
I don't know what the Blues schedule's like. What's the Blues one like, Greg?
The Blues are looking like this. So Razorbacks week 2, Nighthawks on upward trajectory, Heroes being consistent, and that's on the road.
Back half's easy though, isn't it? Back half's a very easy running. Yeah. It's a very easy. It gets a lot easier from week 5.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the Comets are on their 4th place schedule, so Nighthawks not going to be an easy one. Swamp Stallions probably a nice one. They've got the Razorbacks as well.
Schedule and you get the champs. Yeah. that's an awful one to get. 4th place schedule and you get the champs.
Yeah, they've got the Meerkats and the Rapiers as well in that back end. So again another interesting
easier
running.
Yeah, easier running.
Yeah, so it could be an interesting division on that running.
Apart from the Razors, that's a nice schedule.
Yeah. Right. So should we have a little look at who we're going to take as winners, and if you want a wild card in this division?
Before I'd seen the schedules, I'd actually wrote down I'd actually wrote all my selections down before I came online. But now I've seen the schedule, I'm like, there's no way I'm picking the Sonics to win the division. So I'm going Blues.
Going Blues.
I was going to go for 2 from this division, but I've changed my mind now. So no way, just the Blues.
Yeah. Jez.
Oh.
Not an easy toss. It's a hard to choose this one.
The schedules are going to be the difference in this one, probably, aren't they? The Comets. See, the Comets have got. Wow. Razors won.
Yeah, it's whether I think on this Sonics schedule, it's gonna be. Oh, here we go. It's died again. It's gonna be a 5-star pass defense. Now, I think if that's a decent deep zone defense, then that could even things up a bit with the Bears and the Mariners, because again they've been focusing on that deep zone, I think.
The Razors play a couple of those teams in that division, so they're going to take the wins there. Yeah, that schedule, that Blues schedule is really light, apart from that Razorbacks game. Although they've got to go Nighthawks. Nighthawks are stronger this year. They've got to go Heroes. That's not going to be an easy game.
I'm going to back the Sonics. I'm going to back the Sonics. I can't back the Blues. That'd be 7 seasons on the bounce for the Blues.
Comets now. Bob and his Comets. Got to go Nighthawks. They've got Razorbacks. They've got the Stallions, who are stronger.
Can I assure you, everybody, it's watching. We haven't put money on this, but even though Jez is taking if I do it.
I'm backing Bob and his Comets. I'm gonna go
back
Bob.
Comets. Right, Comets.
Yeah. Just give it some variety. Come on.
Here we go. Right, there we go. That's MFC East in the bag. Right, so we'll shift on to the north now.
No wild cards there.
Look at those. Look at that movement from the Spitfires there. Right,
Triple arrow.
Here's the important bit. Here's the mascots. Red coats. Couldn't get it to give me a
Spitfires. Why have you got a beak?
I have no idea. I spent very little time on my one, that's for sure.
You're a bird.
Came in like a bird. If it come in like a dragon, I could get that because I did have dragons to start with, but no, it just came in as a very grumpy red-faced
looking bird.
eagle.
He's probably grumpy, thinking, "Why am I a bird?"
I like the meerkats one because they've turned up, but they look like they're not sure if their coach is there. It's like, well, we're here, but we're not sure if we're playing yet or not. And then the outlaws looking a lot tougher in the mascot department.
That's good. They look dangerous.
Yeah,
shame the team's not going to be.
Yeah, exactly. There's more muscle in that mascot than there is in
He's not exactly a family-friendly mascot. That one, is he?
No, he isn't.
He's not one for the kids.
No, he's definitely looks like he's a Republican the way he's holding that gun, right?
Yeah, he's a Trump supporter for sure.
But yeah, I made it a little bit misty as well because that's to do with the Outlaws Stadium as well. I think it's called the Mist or something like that. Anyway, there we go.
Nice.
There's the important bit out of the way. The bit that did make me laugh about the Outlaws though is that run offense. It looks like they left. They were out of town when James decided to cut through the rest of the team by the looks of it. How he's still got 5 stars on the run offense.
Yeah, you nuke your team and you're left with a 5-star run offense.
Yeah. Yeah,
Good
I thought
going.
that was quite strange. But yeah,
that could be the only team ever predicted to go 0-10 with a 5-star run offense.
Has he got any backs? His roster, has he got any backs?
I can't remember. I can't remember. He traded a couple out, didn't he?
Yeah, that's what makes me wonder. Has this rating been done halfway through the trade window and he hadn't traded his running backs out of that way?
I don't think so because it does it at rollover once all of the trades are gone.
He's got Bloodsport and Parallax, who he picked up a couple of seasons ago, who should be decent now, but he hasn't played a game.
Right, okay.
He's 60-20-20. He was level 10, bottom of the first round 2 seasons ago.
Ah, right.
But he hasn't played a game.
So is the theory then that James isn't going to play either of them running backs and then he's going to whack them in week 10 and win the first one in centre?
Could be.
Oh, so cynical.
Could be.
Well,
who's he got in week 10?
He traded in Archambault as well from the Bears. Yeah.
I mean, looking at that schedule as well, I mean, it doesn't look like it's a great end of season for first win incentive. It looks like maybe have a punt at week 5 unless he is really after number 1 pick overall. which he could be. I mean, if you
Or do
haven't got much in there at the moment to coach, then you don't really need the points, right?
No, true, but you can finish it off. I mean, it depends if any. Are you going to get? He's going for the first pick, but it's a question of, is he the worst team in the league? Don't know. I would question whether he actually is still the worst team in the league.
I think he's close. So
I think he's close, but I think there's worse potentially.
he might have to put more work into his game plan to finish dead last than when he was actually on the upward and trying to make it to the bowl. So, but yeah, it's not a nice schedule. Again, he's got a second place schedule, I think, isn't he? So,
Yeah.
Rapiers and Aztecs probably close. Meerkat. So up to week 5's looking like the options where there might be some potential. And then
You won't get a first win incentive by winning in week 5, though, will you?
You won't win it, but potentially you could be finishing joint second or third on that. So I think the Sharks, when they got that 1 point win over me, because I was umming and ahhing about, I think they finished still high enough to pick up an extra 30, or the third place one. So you never know. Depends.
He's got to lose. He's got to lose at home to the Rapiers and Aztecs, which would be pretty good going this season.
Yeah.
Neither of those are looking great.
Yeah, and Meerkats as well. So yeah.
Well, hold on a minute. Let's start with the Meerkats. Is the coach actually even there? Me personally, I don't think he is.
Yeah, no, he has turned up, hasn't he?
Yeah,
he's turned up and named his players, but that could have just been auto pick for all we know.
Yeah, but he wasn't one of the coaches with a non-valid game plan in pre-season. So I think he's there. I think he's there.
He's registered his players. Yes, he's registered his players. He's put 3 on. He's put 3 on the D squad. Yeah, he's there.
I mean, where's he been? If you're watching, Michael, where have you been? Because no draft orders for 3 flaming weeks.
He's been busy. He's been busy. Michael's busy, you know.
And,
I'm sure he is, but
wherever you have been, Michael, if you can go back there and come back after week 1, that'd be much appreciated. Because that's game number 1 for the Spitfires and Meerkats.
What, you think he's not going to turn up for Monday Night Football?
Oh, let's hope not. But yeah, so there we go. Very weak, extremely weak. Big drop down there for the Outlaws on a rebuild. And I've gone from extremely weak to very strong. So
boom.
That could be interesting.
This is exciting for you, Greg, right?
Yeah, actually, we've got a serious question, Greg, to ask you, me and Jez. We've definitely got a serious question. What's it like doing a game plan for the first time in about 3 years? That actually matters.
Oh, it's a nightmare. It is. I've had to dust off the spreadsheets.
Can you even remember what stances are?
Not really, no.
It's been a while, right?
Oh, it's been too long. I mean, week 1, right? It's the Meerkats, divisional rival. They've done 7 in a row on us, so I'm quite keen to not lose my 8th on the trot. So yeah, it has been a while. So it's been good actually to kind of get back into it and think, oh, there might actually be some point in doing this now. So it's been good. I've enjoyed it this week, having a little look at putting something together. So might still be too rusty, so you never know. Might be rubbish. But yeah, I'm happy with that. I mean, four stars on both offensive positions and 4 stars on the pass defense. So be interesting to see how we go. And that's still on the basis of, I think my squad age is still at 1.42. So
We have a nice light schedule as well.
Oh, it's a very light schedule. I'm quite happy with it. So, we'll see. And yeah, Brad was a little bit, he was away during the off season as well. So he's come back just in time.
He did his first round, his first and second round picks were in, or did he? I can't remember. The first week we were in. I can't remember what he had in the first week, but it was the rest of the draft that wasn't in. So.
Yeah, I did drop him a mail just after that, that second draft round, just to see if he was aware things were back and running again. He did get back to me and said, yeah, I'm here, I'll be there. So just stepped away for a little while, which is understandable sometimes if other things are going on. So he's back and he's still got what looks like a reasonably good, strong squad. So and he's running back at a good pre-season game, I believe, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah,
indeed.
He did. But to be fair, I was playing a level 3 DT there. So. I don't really give a shit about pre-season. It's just getting rookies and 81 experience. That's all it is for me.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, still, he's going to be the one to stop, I think.
Yeah, you're gonna need a couple of good DTs, I would have thought. It did look pretty good. It looked pretty tasty.
We could have a bit of a say in this division because we've got both the Redcoats and the Spitfires. So,
Yeah, and you're still looking reasonably strong, aren't you, Jez, even with your trade outs? But we'll come on to
I don't know
that.
if we're not. I don't think we're as strong as it suggests we are, but we'll come to that.
Yeah, you might change your mind once you see your mascot. You might think, oh, we're looking dead strong now.
Oh yeah, looking forward to the mascot.
Right, so I'm going to back myself because why wouldn't you? Upset.
It's the first time you've been able to do it for a long time.
Exactly. I'll back myself as a.
I'm going Redcoats. Redcoats all the way.
Redcoats.
Through Spitfires.
Matt.
I think Redcoats will just have too much for you at the moment because of the experience factor. But I am going for a wild card for the Spitfires.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
But then if Brad disappears again like he did in during the draft, then that could be opposite way.
Right. Right, there's your wild cards and your wild cards and your backing pieces. Right, okay. So we'll shift on then to MFC South. Right, here we go.
Here we go.
Right. Nah.
Oh, look at that.
Spartans are playing in skirts. That's definitely.
Yeah.
But he does.
I love his clown feet. Look at the clown feet.
Is that Bigfoot? Your old kicker.
He's our running back.
Yeah. Aztecs one's looking pretty. Came out pretty good as well.
It's no bears.
That came out quite well as well. I liked all of these ones that came out for this division actually, because the Rapiers one with a little tweak I thought came out like spot on.
He's loving it, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's up for it. The Snow Bears is a bit Kung Fu Panda.
It's a bit, isn't he? Yeah. Yeah. Because the first one that came out, it was just a bear, and I was like, no, give me a polar bear, and then it came up with this, and I was like, that's not bad actually for the Brax Snow Bears. I think it's got a bit of a Russian frown on.
He looks angry. He
It
looks.
He doesn't look very sociable, does he?
Yeah. Again, not the most family friendly mascot, but that's maybe
Yeah.
not what the Snow Bears are going for.
Yeah. But you'd look at it and you think to yourself, that's a bear that smells like vodka, going around before a game, kids coming up wanting to give it high fives, and then it's just like, you ever seen Bad Santa? Is that called that sort of vibe I've got going up for it? But yeah, these all came out pretty good from that. But yeah, I mean this division now, Jez, with what you've done this time around and a bit of a clear out, that's still, you still look like you could take the division here.
It's odd, bearing in mind I sold all of my wide receivers and both of my starting running backs, and my starting running back this season is an age 1 round 6 pick, and I have no wide. Literally, I have no my best wide receiver starting this season is level 9. So I'm not sure how I've got that kind of offense. Defense is okay, no better than okay though. But that just maybe that's just reflected on the rest of the division. We're all kind of much deeper than I am, so yeah, we should win the division, but that's not really looking like any great shakes at this point. Looking at the rest of them,
Yeah, it does make you wonder, doesn't it? If it's is it the stars generated off the squad, or is it generated off also looking at the opposition and the schedule? Because again, you're gonna play those 3 teams under there. You're gonna play them 5 times, and you've got weak, very weak, and very weak. So whether there's any kind of it's doing a comparison on those as well, I don't know, but yes, 7 and 3 after the kind of assets you shifted out, I think is a shock. Let me put it that way. I'm a bit shocked around it.
Yeah. Aztecs are stronger than they have been, so it'd be interesting to see how they get on. Snow Bears are still rebuilding, so Aid's going to have them stronger next season because they're a really young roster, and Fred's just taken over at the Rapiers. They will have aged out. He's sold off whatever he needed to sell off for them, and he'll rebuild them. But they're all dipping.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think that was
just
the
the
biggest
way
drop.
the division is at the moment.
Yeah, seven drops down for the Rapiers this time around. Well, I'm gonna go all out here, and I'll say it's the Spartans.
You're going on a limb, are you?
I'm going out on a limb, yeah. Even though they're playing in the clown shoes and the.
You don't have to ask me who I'm backing.
Oh, let me spell it right.
As much as I'd love to back that polar bear who's eaten too many penguins.
Same for you, Matt.
Spartans.
Yeah. All right. Okay. There we go. Yeah.
Although you do have to wonder. You do have to wonder. Are you going to get to 7 and 3? Win 5 games. Who else you got in your? You got me. So that's one you're going to lose. You got Greg. That's one you're going to lose.
We've got Redcoats, Spitfires, Stampede, Bears, and Cyclones. So we would probably lose to Redcoats, Spitfires, Stampede, and probably Bears, but beat the Cyclones. So we should probably end up 6-4.
Yeah. What's the Az? What
Should
have
still
the
be-
Az? What have the
It'll still be
Aztecs
easily
got?
enough.
So Aztecs have got the Outlaws, Anacondas, Rapiers,
4, 5.
Snow Bears.
So they'll beat the Outlaws. They'll lose to the Condors. They'll lose to the Nighthawks.
Hold on a
And
minute.
lose-
Week 4,
and
when
lose to the
Dave already
Blues.
have our team out injured by that point, so maybe not.
Ah, yeah. Good point.
Do you know
Don't,
what?
Matt, don't, because Dave will be on you.
Do
Do
you
you
know
think
what?
Dave's
be
doing
like, "You
injury
did that."
awareness by any chance this week? Do you think he coached injury awareness by any chance?
It's going Aztecs.
I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna flip it because when's the last time they won a division? Season 7. Come on, Ian. It's time. It's time. Aztecs. This is the moment.
I'll tell you
Everyone-
something. He
Everyone
wasn't
looks like they're rebuilding.
remotely interested in selling his receiver because I offered him 3 firsts for it. So he must be bloody good.
Yeah, yeah, and we all know
He
that.
needs a division win. He's been at the Aztecs since season 6, and he's won the division once. He needs to win the division.
Yeah, I'm gonna back the Aztecs to be the only team not on a rebuild, so they might just sneak it. It's just whether they can get one of those results against you, I think. So anyway, it's all a bit of fun. Let's see if the Aztecs can do it. And I like I like the mascot. He looks like he's up for a fight this season, so it's all good.
It's a bit Velociraptor, that headset, isn't it?
It looks like it could definitely get a flag, doesn't it? On that one.
Looks like it's made of flags.
Right, let's move on to MFC West then. We've got the Razorbacks and the Bay Bears, who have both decided that they want to go purple this season. I noticed that the Razorbacks have had a little bit of a last-minute helmet change. They've gone full purple helmet in the Atlantic, and moved away from that orange stuff. But also the same season, the Bay Bears have decided to go purple as well. Right, so we've got extremely strong, very strong average, and at the bottom there, another very strong.
Ooh, that's sneaked up out of nowhere, isn't it?
Yep, so here we go. Let's see their mascots.
Razorbacks are pigs.
Yep. Yeah, and as usual, AI can't spell for a lot of it, so it's the Ross Rocks, the Ross Rooks, and the Brixton, and whatever. Is it a 36
Not much of a
or
stadium, that
35?
is it? They're playing at an athletics track.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're also road workers by the looks of it as well, with the hard hats. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And their stadium looks like it can house about 6,000 people.
Yeah. They've got an athletic program by the looks of it, so they must be quick.
Dan needs to do some infrastructure building there.
Yeah. Nighthawks came out looking pretty mean.
Look at the Mariners. That's possibly the campest mascot going.
Yeah, couldn't work out if that was a beard or not, but yeah.
It's definitely a moustache, isn't it? It's a Mario moustache, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, it was quite hard trying to. I like the fact it's actually got a reasonably good replication of like the Miami Dolphins colours, because that's the Mariners kind of go to. But yeah, every time I put it in another way, it lost all the colour, and then the mascot wasn't particularly much better. So this was the first one that came out, and yeah,
Good mascot, that one. I like that. That's a proper mascot.
yeah, that one's gonna, not scare the kids. Whereas the Brockton Bay Bears one does look like it's even managed to get the red eyes in from the red eyes that are on the helmet to look like he is definitely gonna bite your head off.
I like the Brockton on his shirt as well.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's so right, okay. So there's the kits. There's the comments. Kendall is definitely saying he's coming this season.
Yeah, he may well be.
4-3-3-3. But yeah, they seem to be on the same trajectory, don't they? Mariners and Bears seem to have.
Especially it might not be
the Mariners are going to run it this year, but they don't seem to have a good enough defense to mount a challenge at this point, according to the Stars.
Yeah, I think the thing that is probably going to hurt this division the most is that actually, are they all coming up at the same time? And actually, they're just going to be tearing chunks out of each other.
Let's hope so.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
What is interesting, there aren't many stars on that Razorback team, is there?
Well, there's enough.
Yeah, I know, but for the champions, you'd expect them to perhaps have a few more stars.
I don't think he had any more stars last year, though.
Oh, don't make it worse for me.
I still won it.
Well, I mean,
Still put 65 points on you in the Super Bowl, didn't he?
Oh, that's what I scored. He scored 68, I think, didn't he?
Yeah, it's I mean, the only thing that didn't happen at the Razorbacks was anything in the off season. So there was no trading, there was no draftees came in. So it is literally same squad as last season.
He didn't have any picks. I think he had a few lower ones left, and I took them off him for equivalents at this draft coming. So
They didn't have an aging roster, though, did they? So the roster should still be good to go for another season.
Yeah, it should be. And you'd like to think Dan's quite switched on, with both of his teams, that he's just looked at it and gone, do you know what? I don't think I need to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably got to be the hardest thing to do in this game during an off season is just go, I won't tinker.
Just sit on it.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
especially bearing in mind that the Bears are coming out of a rebuild and they're obviously stronger than they were last year. And then Nighthawk's coming out of a rebuild as well. So are the Mariners.
yeah, I mean,
the whole division.
The Bay Bears have traded in some key assets during this off season. So, they've stacked up the offense a little bit more from the trades that they've done, from what I can see. They brought in they bring the running back in from the Outlaws. Is that where, or was it from you, where they sourced their running back from?
Yeah, I think they brought in the Byers, didn't they? They got Byers from me. Is that where he went?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Byers in there. Yeah, Red
So he's a run flat.
He brought a receiver in as well. He brought a wide out in the top.
He also brought this fella in, the tight end Prophet, who was at round 1 from last season with the AC1 attribute.
Yep.
So it's like level 6. So, you know.
What did Alex sell him for anyway? What did he sell him for?
I think he brought in a first rounder from the Bears.
Have a look at the trade. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
so-
receiver he's got was only level 8. Because I looked at him. I don't know what the offensive tackle was like, but receiver's nothing.
Yeah, and that's this upcoming draft, isn't it? First rounder, so probably going to be mid to late in the first.
Yeah, that'll be low.
Yeah, so hopefully the offensive tackle was. I'm guessing that was probably an area that he wanted to fill. That was a season 38, 10th overall pick, 65Q. With good attributes.
Aye.
Yeah.
Be around level 13 at least, won't he?
So yeah, so they've traded in some good assets on offense. So
It's going to be a very interesting division, this season.
I think it is, yeah. I think it's going to be one of those ones where it's going to be really hard to work out who's going to win, especially this 3. Because even with the Nighthawks, I mean, you look at that, they're only coming in as average, but stars-wise, they've got more than the Mariners and the Bears, and age probably on their side as well. So 9-1, 7-3, 7-3, and a 5-5.
What did the Nighthawks go last year? Was it 2-8 or was it 1-9? I can't remember what it was.
It was 1-9 because they picked up the first win, I believe, in the last game, was it?
Could come down to schedule.
I can't see the Nighthawks improving that much because he's not trading anything in. He's just drafted. So
I think he has.
Can't see it.
I think he has done a couple of trades.
Has he?
I think so.
Well, I remember.
So the Bears have got Sonics, Cyclones, Kings, Spartans, Spitfires outside of the division.
A week 10 could be tasty, couldn't it? Could be for a wild card spot.
Could be, yeah.
Not the easiest of schedules, that.
No. So I'm focusing outside. So Nighthawks got Comets and Blues.
Stingrays. That's weak.
Yeah, Stingrays.
Aztecs. Ooh, that is actually quite a soft schedule, isn't it?
And the Outlaws in week 10. So, you know, there's 2 definites there, I would say. Stingrays and Outlaws. And then it's just going to come down to...
They've only got to pay the Razors once.
Yeah, that's a big advantage, even if it is only away.
Yeah, it's just whether they've got enough at the moment for those games they've got against both the Mariners and the Bears. So, yeah, looking at it, 7-3 looks optimistic. I think they're just going to
This
take
division
too much
is
off each other.
Anyone's, to be honest. I'm still going Razors to win.
Yeah. All right, let's lock that in for you then. Jez, Razors. I don't see it being any different there either.
Same.
Razors. Any
Wild card for the
wild
Bay
card?
Bears from it.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know. Have I actually picked any wild cards?
No, I don't think you have actually. No, I think you're gonna have to pick some.
Right. Okay.
Hang on, you need to put wild cards on those.
Oh yeah. Right.
Where's your wild cards going then, Gregory?
Right. I am gonna back the fair.
Mariners. Go Mariners.
Nah.
Oh, Nighthawks. I'd have gone Mariners over Nighthawks.
Yeah, I don't know.
Schedule's light.
Yeah, I think Chris is going to do the business. So he's not got the distraction of an affinity team, right? Right. Yeah. So let's look that one in, and I'm going to nip back, seeing as I back myself for the division. I'm going to go with the Redcoats as the other wild card. All right. So okay. So we're going to shift over now to CFC. Do you want to carry on circling around, or should we start on the east again?
Yeah, I'll go for the east.
Yeah, let's start on the east.
Right, let's start on the east coast. Right, here we go. So Sun Devils, Scorpions, Magpies, and Hove Islanders. The division where 5 and 5 can get you to the playoffs. Right, here we go. And there's our Sun Devils mascot.
Oh my god, the Scorpion one.
The Scorpions one, yeah. The Magpies.
Magpies is good. Look at that.
It did take me a while to get him to not look like any other bird apart from a magpie. And then when they finally did it, they decided to give this magpie 3 hands. So it's a bit of a strange one. And
Like a spider magpie.
And here's the Islanders.
Look at the island.
Yeah,
he's just missing some teeth, isn't he? He should be having no teeth in there.
What's the Brighton and Beehive?
Yeah, the Berhegaton Beehive for Islanders. Yeah.
Bury Higton and Beehive Islanders.
Yeah. And then I said, well, they've got a lighthouse on the side of their helmet, so it put a lighthouse on either side of its helmet. So yeah, funny one, but
it's got a mop for a beard.
I thought it looked quite good for a mascot-y kind of thing. So
it's good. I like him.
It does look a little bit scary.
I was going to say, you wouldn't let your kids anywhere near that one, would you?
You wouldn't. No, it's definitely got Captain Birdseye vibes going on.
You would if your kitchen floor needs cleaning. Yeah. He'd be useful then.
He makes an absolutely outstanding fish finger sandwich. So right, here we go. This is a average division.
Right. Well, no, Sun Devils are slightly above average.
Yeah, they've got every shade of average and a week in this division. Look at that, Sun Devils coming out on top with a 3-3-3-3. And then the Scorpions as well with a 3-3-3-3. But
who knew that Nick could be predicted 5 and 5?
Absolutely.
He does love a 5 and 5. But only if he wins a division. He wins a division with 5 and 5.
Yeah. It'd be nice to see the Sun Devils do well, especially as the Kings are holding their first round pick.
Mm.
So yeah, schedule wise, and that may be the thing that gets in the way for the Sun Devils, because they, I think, have a second placed schedule. So who have they got on there? Magpies, at the Magpies to start with.
At the Avalanche.
Then the Avalanche, Anacondas, Outlaws, Scorpions. If they are 2 and 3 by the end of that first 5, that'd be good going, I think.
Got Heroes as well.
Yeah, got some tough out of division games, huh?
Yeah. Stingrays, Outlaws looking like the favourable fixtures.
Coach prediction is 4 and 6.
Yeah. What we got with the Scorpions here now, that 5 and 5 prediction this time around? Is it looking like a 5 and 5 schedule?
Avalanche, Condas, Stallions, Tigers. They're well. They'll lose at the Avalanche. They'll probably lose at Stallions. Stallions are stronger this year. The other games could go either way.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll come on to the Tigers, but again, they've managed to pull a 10-star offense out of somewhere again. If Anacondas are looking as weak as the ratings are, potentially that's there. Again, I think it comes down to whether Islanders are on the way up or not. And not much happened, I think, in the trade window for the Scorpions either. Am I right in thinking that? I don't remember seeing too much going on.
Nothing. Wasn't many
Mm.
trades at all.
Yeah.
I think the only ones that made trade with the Sun Devil. Magpies bought a couple of backups in from me, but I don't think they did much. I think the only ones that made anything, they brought a few players in, but
Yeah.
what did he pay his first from the Kings for? What did he pay the first for?
I don't.
Or was it a different one? Or was it a different one? Is that season 41 rather than season 40?
No, I think he's got the season 40. No, wrong one. He's got the season 40.
Oh, that could have been last year then. That might not have even been this year.
Yeah, might be.
He don't usually hold on to his picks very long. Usually
No,
gets rid of most of it.
Yeah. The only other one I was going to look at was the Magpies schedule, because they were 10 and 0 last time around. So
They had home field advantage last time.
yeah. So are they dropping off that quick, or is it another
Nope, I don't think
schedule?
so.
So
They've got Stampede, Redcoats, Islanders,
You've got the Sharks.
Sunny D's.
Pretty weak schedule after there's not that many. You've got the Redcoats.
At Generals as well. That's not going to be an easy game.
Yeah, I missed that.
They're going to be at the Sharks as well, right? And I mean, I know the Sharks are still on the way up on the kind of rebuild side of things, but they've got a pretty decent offense to be able to move the ball. Because
But didn't the Magpies not concede many last year? I think they have a great number one. Didn't they have a very good defense?
Yeah, I can't remember if it was a good overall defense or whether it was a good pass, because they're going to need a good pass defense against that team. So again, it might be just that schedule kind of coming into it to potentially knock the Magpies, but I don't see him dropping off to third. I'm actually gonna. I don't see it. I think see, the underdog part of me wants to see the Sun Devils come through, but I think it'll be Magpies again. I can't see him dropping off that quickly.
Neither can I. You stick me in for a
Again,
little
the division should be wide open.
Mm.
Look at the Islanders with all those stars, 4, 3, 2, 4.
Yeah.
You're going to be gutted if you finish. If you've got a team that good and you finish fourth.
Yeah, and also with the fourth place schedule from previous seasons. So who have they got? They got the Sharks.
Isn't it?
They got the Stampede. They've got the Spitfires, Barbarians, and the Kings. So it is a pretty dire schedule for a fourth place. That is one of those ones you wake up to and go, did I finish last in the division? Because that looks like I won it.
Yeah, that's not a good schedule.
Right, Jez, what do you reckon?
As much as I'd like to offer variety, I'm on the Magpies on this one.
Magpies. Okay. Right, I'm going to lock in my my wild card on this one early.
Ooh.
I'm going to say Sun Devils go because they came close last season. I mean, they were one of those ones that were in that like 7-team race for the last spot. So maybe this is the season.
Wasn't the whole league in the wild card spot for the 7th?
Yeah, I think.
spot.
Yeah, I think there was even a couple of MFC teams qualified for it as well. So it felt that way. Right, so let's shift on then. So CFC North, Stallions, Generals, Heroes, and Barbarians. Let's take a look at their mascots. We've got
the Stallions are taking a knee.
They're taking a knee. Yeah,
How tall is that mascot though? It looks like 10 foot tall.
Well, it's a stallion, right?
True, but yeah, big lad inside that one, isn't it?
Apparently. Yeah. Why the long face? Generals looking slightly. Is it Ted Manson? The one from Friday. I thought this was quite apt for a Halloween evening. The Generals one with what looks like a ski mask underneath there.
Yeah, they're a bit Jason there, aren't they?
They are a bit, yeah. Forgotten Heroes for somehow actually does look like they've got children playing for them.
I was going to say that looks like a bunch of 5-year-olds playing, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
It's a bit anime, isn't it? The Heroes.
It is, and I'm not sure.
NFL anime.
I definitely didn't say that every single player was age 8, and then it gave me this. I definitely didn't do that. And then again, we've got the Wolverhampton Barbarians, where actually it's gone, do you mean the Wanderers? And me going, no, I mean the Barbarians. And it's gone, you mean the Barbarians. So yeah, we've got the
Barbarians.
Yeah, the Whirlica Hammerhands and Barbarians. So
I like the shoes on that one. Look at the shoes on that.
Yeah, they do look good, don't they?
There's some cleats then. They're gonna catch on.
Yeah. That's the
You know what they look like?
Footwear
They look like
version of
them comedy slippers you can buy, like the Looney Tunes. That's what they look like.
Yeah. And when I
it's like an NFL Red Riding Hood kind of effort.
Yeah. And when I when I
I think
created
that's the
this
best
one,
one.
when I created this one, I did have to double check that was his tail.
Rather than him just showing off.
Yeah, because from a distance I was like, "Whoa, hang on a minute, that looks a little bit dodgy." But then I realised it was his tail coming down. So yeah, so there we go. There's the CFC North's mascots. But the Generals offense is looking killer, as well as their mascot. It's a 5-star run offense and a 4-star pass offense.
This whole division is wide open.
Oh yeah, I mean 3 strong, and the only one that isn't strong is the one that's coming in as, oh yeah, you're going to be 8-2 and win this division.
Yeah.
No chance. Not a chance.
Absolutely, it feels like it's completely up the wrong way to me, this division.
What is it based on their schedule? Stallions have got out of division. They've got Stingrays, Tigers, Comets, and Avalanche. That is not an easy schedule.
Yeah. Yeah, if they don't finish 0-10, I will be very surprised. So I think the Stallions, I think I can see them finishing 0-10.
Well, they'll do well to finish 8-2 with that schedule.
Yeah, there's nothing that's happened through the off season from what they had last season. I mean, they were picking 3rd in the draft and then traded out. There's nothing I can see that says what Martin's done in the off season by trading out his draft pick is going to make any difference to their fortunes on the field this time around.
Not for this season, no. Maybe for next season or season after.
Absolutely, yeah. So yeah, I think it's going to be Generals looking favourite for me. And then it's just whether
Steve tried to play it down with a 5-5, but I'm not so sure. Well, Heroes have still got Do and Minty.
Yep.
Depends how they've aged out. If they've done okay in aging, they'll still be strong. If one or both of them have got hit, especially Minty, then that's gonna hurt them. So we won't know until they start playing.
Yep.
But Barbarians are, they're still looking good. They can't, they've got an old roster though. Barbarians, that's the thing. So Asian could have hit them.
Yeah.
Barbarians' run defense last year was shocking. I don't think you've improved it. I think that could cost Rich big time. That 2-star run D.
Yeah. He's not going to need it against the Heroes.
No, that's true. Right.
He's not going to need it against the Stallions. He'll need it against the Generals. I think it was a trade I did with the Barbarians, and Rich kind of alluded to he was going to pull the trigger on starting to change things around, but then he looked at his schedule and thought, hang on a minute, this looks quite nice. And I can understand why. Because if we look at his schedule, the Stallions twice. Don't think the Stallions are strong. He's got the Warriors. He's got the Cyclones. He's got the Islanders. Yeah. So he could come out the first week 5 up to week 5. Kings might run him close either way. He could come out of that either 3-2 or 2-3.
Away at Kings will be a tough game.
No, so that's 1, 2, 3. He could come out of that 3-2 or 4-1, I think.
I think he'll be disappointed if he's not 4-1 at that point.
Yeah, he's got the home advantage against the Generals for a change in that kind of decider game. So you might be thinking, you know,
Yeah.
bit of rivals home advantage, that might be the difference. And then he'll be hoping that Stampede have it wrapped up, home field advantage. And then
Won't happen. After his first round pick, he'll be getting beat. Hopefully, I'll be playing for it anyway. I'll be playing to win because I've got his first round pick. So
Right. So you want the Barbarians to go 0-10?
I would love them to go 0-10. Based on that schedule, I honestly can't see it. But
No.
I do think their run D could be an issue for them.
Yeah. And out of interest, what's the Heroes looking like? Tigers, Stingrays, Blues.
It's not the easiest, is it?
Sun Devils, Anacondas.
I mean, they could have dropped off a cliff. If Minty and Dude got injured, you know, had a bad aging, it's going to take him a while to get them going. Dude, AJ, Minty.
Minty's AJ. One or both of them would have been hit on aging.
Aye, they're going to have at least lost 3 levels, aren't they, in aging? Just on an average aging, so...
Yeah.
And Minty's HS2 as well, so away from home, he's going to be limited.
Yeah, it does make me wonder, though, because, I mean, you know, Collins, obviously in the Big Sky, and that league is probably learning a few things about how to get the best out of anything over age 15 at the moment, right? So it might be one of those things where actually over time people, you know, usually you'd be like, oh, anything over 5, I don't really want to be there with that because it's high risk injury. So you'd see a lot of people looking to trade those out. Whereas you may be thinking now, well, you know, I've learned a few things from what I'm seeing in the Big Sky with what Conrad's doing. I'm not that worried about something looking at age 8 now. You know, with the experience, lose a few levels, just coach it back into them, and go from there really. And I see Minty's got that tireless attribute, so again, that reduces a little bit of fatigue and injury chance. Because I noticed that he is very, you know, there's a lot of players heavy on the attributes there for all those positions, which is something that I've noticed on some of those squads as well, where the attributes are loaded, which make a little bit of difference.
I still think it's a changing of the guard. I'm going Generals.
Right, Jez has locked Generals in. How you feeling, Matt? You ready to commit?
I think the Generals are actually going to win actually, but I've got the wild card for the Heroes still. But
okay, wild card for Heroes.
I honestly think the Heroes could have declined, but how much by I don't know.
Pause.
Steady. Right, okay. Yeah, no, I think I am going to back Generals as well. They look good. Right, let's move on then. So now we're CFC South, Kings, Tigers, Stingrays, and Warriors. And here come the mascots. A lion, a tiger, a stingray. Yeah, not sure. It looks more like a leopard shark, to be quite honest. But Yeah, not sure what came in there. And then the Warriors came in as
Whoa.
a temple, basically.
It's gone Oriental on Crathon.
Yeah. I was doing a little bit of a search, kind of say, what's the origins of Crathon, and the only thing that came up was a hurricane in Asia last October, that was called Crathon, and so it obviously picked up from that, and it went a little bit Asian on it. So yeah.
Look at the detail on that though. That is sweet.
Yeah.
Some stadium in Crathon that as well.
That
Yeah,
looks like the Millennium Stadium, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that is a Millennium Stadium, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, not sure about Stingray.
It's a bit better than Brixton.
Yeah, Brixton and Wolverhampton's one. Yeah. Tayside came in a little bit soccer stadium, but
Nice. He's got the face mask but no helmet.
Yeah.
He's got the grills. He just puts grills on his face.
Yeah.
They're not named the Tiger Tony, have they, on his faceplate as well?
I did wonder if that's what they would call it, because he does look great. But
he's a bit Frosties, isn't he?
He is a little bit Frosties. And yeah, for some reason, it gave us Grumpy Lion, which might be a fair reflection of Clay. And the Burger King helmet. So obviously likes to get on planes and racially abuse people. But if you've seen that meme, if you haven't, go look it up. Right. So yeah, there we go. There's the mascots for that division. A mixed bag, but nothing much above average when it came down to training
Tigers
camps.
again. Every year they have a 10-star offense.
It's amazing, isn't it? I cannot.
Why are they not putting up 50 points every game with a 10-star offense?
Yeah. I mean, they had a lot of injuries on both of their running backs last season, didn't they? But go on, Matt. What were you going to say?
I was about to say, do you think his offense is all level 13 and that's why it's 5-star?
Could be.
Yeah, everything's level 13 or 15 across the board. All as backups. Well, that's anything I can think of.
I don't know. He's ticking the algorithm boxes though, whatever it is.
Yes, it's mad.
Anyway, that's my mission for this year. Anyway, get Mr. Boland on this. That's my mission.
Oh, do we know if Mark watches? Are you watching the
No
redaction, Mark? Matt really wants you on here.
Leave a comment below if you're watching, Mark.
Yeah. He probably wants you on because he wants to know if you've got some running backs you want to get rid of. But yeah.
We want to know your secret. Just put a comment underneath to say what your secret is to get a 10-star offense every year. We all want to know.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be good to know what that is. It really would get that insight into.
Give us your secret sauce.
Yeah, because is that 3 seasons on the trot now that's been 10-star?
As long as we've been doing this, that's been that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's amazing. Crazy.
I mean, he's not winning anything with it, but it's bloody good, whatever it is.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt for last season, because those, if it was like the running game is that 5-star, and yeah, he had some bad luck on the injuries as well for those. Not as bad as Dave, but he had some injuries that probably hurt him a bit. But yeah, 10-star offense, and it still only gets you a bang average. So crazy. We've got Rich. We've got the caretaker of caretakers again with us this season. He's assured us on Discord that he's going to do an outstanding job and make sure he tries not to win anything at all this season. But we'll see. Looks like he'll have an easier job on that than he did with the rapiers last season. And then Todd has come in. Didn't look like he sold the farm, but that Warriors team must have just been in a bit of a shocking state, really, looking at that 0-10 prediction.
I don't think he was coached for it. I think when Rich said he'd missed a few coaching sessions, I think he probably missed more than a few coaching. Yeah, more than a few coaching sessions by the time.
Yeah. Yeah,
Todd will be tapping out for the number 1 pick, I reckon.
Yeah.
All right, could be interesting to see who gets it between Todd and James. You know, who can tank the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you want to have a look
But
at some
James with his
schedules?
5-star run offense.
Telling you, he's saving that for the first win incentive. I'm telling you, I bet that's his plan.
Let's have a little look at the Kings' schedule because they're down as a winning this. So they kick off at the Tigers. So that's going to give us some early information. Week 1 this weekend.
It could be our
weekend.
It could be 0-4 though. By looking at that, all of them are losable games.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, Bears, Generals.
Tough opening schedule, first 4 weeks.
Could easily be 4-0 as well, but it could easily go 0-4 there quite easily.
Yeah. Did he keep that running back that he put on the board in the end? Yeah, Snipes. He's still got Snipes because he was like level 20 something, wasn't he? Was he level 20? He was level 18 or something like that.
No, I think he was 20 before aging.
Right.
They likes to put him up on the board just to show what he's got. No, he's got no intention of trading him.
Yeah. So he's got. I mean, that makes you wonders. I mean, what have we got? We got a 3-star run offense, and we know that there's at least a level 18 running back sitting there. So what gives you 5 stars if level 18 doesn't give you?
I think it's total levels across the board.
Yeah,
probably backups of level 8 or something.
Yeah, he's probably got a lot more in the line maybe than the Kings have maybe. But does that? Yeah, that's a not great start to it. And he's got Stingrays week 6, Tigers again. It's already a key game, that one. And he's got the Stampede. And he finishes on Stingrays and Islanders. You know, I can see that schedule costing Kings a few more than 4 losses.
Especially as only his average. You know, going against stronger teams.
Yeah. So the Tigers have the Avalanche instead of the Stampede. They've got the Razorbacks.
They've got Razorbacks. They've got Stallions. They've got Heroes.
Or Avalanche.
Not an easy schedule either.
Yeah. I think that to me, looking at that, I think that's a better chance of a 6-4, and these kind of reversing. I can see that Kings being a 4-6, and then Tigers a 6-4 maybe. I'm going to lock in Tigers for this one.
I'm going Kings.
Jez is going Kings.
I reckon Clay's going to do it. Yeah, he's going to take his experience from the Blood Bowl into the season. King's going to do it.
King's going to do it. Matt?
I can't back Clay. I'll go the Tigers.
At least you're honest. Right, here we go. On to the last one. The division of definitely two extremes. And let's have a
What's
look
the
at these.
stampede? Is it a rhino? Stampede a rhino? It's got to be a rhino, isn't it?
Hang on a minute.
Probably
Let's
nothing
open
because
that up.
I won't be surprised if it's nothing
Is
because
Avalanche going to be a big mountain?
Oh, I can't get to them. Hang on.
Oh no, what's happened?
It's not doing it. Hang on. Oh no, they've disappeared. They've disappeared. Oh crap.
Oh,
Oh
a bit
crap.
like my helmet.
Yeah. Hang on. I'm gonna have to see if I can
that what
find
your missus said, Matt.
dear. Right, hang on a minute. Let me get this and do send to the back. Ah, there we go. Oh, they were on this side. I'll add them on the other side. Right, here we go. There's the Stampede.
Is that Ronald McDonald?
It looks like Ronald McDonald.
Stampede, Avalanche, and the Sharks. There wasn't much to feed into the engine for the Stampede, to be quite honest. I just said they've got a silver helmet and they've got a bit of a clown as a head coach, and and this is what came out. So
And they like burgers.
Yes, I do like burgers. You're right there.
yeah, it spelt Hamilton right. It spelt Stampede right. It gave me a silver helmet, and yeah, and the mascot actually looks like a massive silver helmet. So yeah,
He
yeah,
looks quite worried about the two blokes behind him, to be fair.
he does. He does look like he could start blinking twice to say he's in danger. The Avalanche one came through as a little bit of a what is it? Bigfoot. Looked a little bit like a Bigfoot.
I like that. That's a good mascot. That could be an actual mascot, that.
Yeah, and they've actually changed their helmet again this season, so that came out reasonably close to what the new one kind of looks like. Anacondas looked ripped. Look at that. It's on
And
fire.
he's on fire. Look at him.
Yeah, looking good.
That's why Dave's players are always injured. They're on fire, are they? So they're burnt out by after a couple of weeks.
It's the constant
Good point.
training with anacondas. The sharks came out pretty good as well.
Ripped. That shark is ripped. Look at him.
Yeah, looks like danger. Dangerous mascot. So yeah, there's the last ones.
Nice.
Yeah, I might have loaded Matt's a little bit there, but there we go. Right. Here we go. Two extremely strong teams. These are the only two extremely strong teams in this side of the league, and they're both in the same division again. Anacondas have dropped off down into that weak. Sharks are on their way up from extremely weak to weak.
Are the Condors that weak because they're all injured already? Is that what's happened?
Yeah, it could be. It could be. Could be
They
that
can't be weak. With a fit roster last year, they would have been maybe not in contention, but you know they were a challenging side. They can't have gone to weak unless they got absolutely rinsed in aging.
Might be that he traded out quite a few of his higher level aged players and trying to get some youth into it. Could be that
It's
as
got
well.
8-star offense.
He's got to play these two teams 3 times though, so that's 3 right off there. He's probably like, oh,
Very true.
that's gone. Let's have a look at the rest of his schedule. Scorpions, Sun Devils, Aztecs,
Heroes.
Stingrays, and Heroes. Yeah. White being with a chance against the Aztecs being at home. Stingrays looking weak as well, so again could be with a shot there.
Yeah, they'll get some wins there for sure. I don't think they're as bad as that season preview makes them out to be.
Yeah, I mean we're going to find out a lot in week 1, right? With these divisional
For
games.
sure.
So it's going to be a interesting one for Sharks this time around week 1. Like I say, played them in the pre-season. Offense looks good, can put yards up. So they could get straight off to a loss on the back of this.
Tough division it being though, with the Stampede and Avalanche, with the way they are, the strength they are.
Yeah, let's have a look
They're
at the Stampede.
two of the strongest teams in the Atlantic. So
yeah, see,
we could be 0-2 after this. We could be 0-2.
This is the other reason why your mascots are so far off, Matt. It's like you've not done anything on anything for so long. It's like that you don't even show your kits on the front page anymore. You're the only team that goes to your... Because there was no kits, I tried to actually say they play in their pants, but it told me it wasn't allowed to produce anything like that. So,
Matt, you could be 0-4.
So at home to the Avalanche, surely you've got to be happy with home advantage.
I'm more happy I'm playing home than away, but Avalanche traded some good players in this year. So they brought a level 20 odd receiver in. They brought a few players in from the Rapiers. They brought some good players in. So Johnny's definitely retooled. And there was nothing between us last year, so I haven't really brought a couple of players in, but one's more a backup and one's more my receiver's more for the future. So
yeah. So Avalanche, then you got road. So you're winning away over the past couple of seasons. So you're not feeling too jinxed on the road at week 2, I guess.
No, I should be fine by that point, so I'll be all right.
Redacted.
That'd be good. We've been trying to get redacted for about 4 seasons now, so it's about time.
Exactly, yeah. Right, Magpies, Islanders. Then you got the Spartans. Oh, that'd be interesting. Week 4 then.
Jess has got no offense. He's already told me that. He's played against the best defense in the league.
How are you feeling about the Sharks this season then, Matt?
My corners will be fine. Champagne's gonna do the business.
Yeah, because
in all seriousness, Alex, I can see them improving massively this year. I think you'll actually start to see the 2 seasons of good drafts, coaching. I think his biggest issue might be that his quarterback's not quite there level wise yet.
Who? Dev Squad Stew?
Yeah, I think level wise he might not be quite there yet.
No, they're not ready yet, but he's drafted really well. So give it another 2 seasons and they'll be a proper force.
I'm not even sure it's 2 seasons, Jez. I think he could be. I think he might be fighting for a wild card this year.
Well, possibly. He won't be in contention this year, but next year they'll start to come through, and I can see in 2 seasons' time they'll be really strong.
Just as I go into rebuild.
That's what he's hoping.
I don't rebuild.
Yeah. So yeah, I can see it going. It's all down to that week 1 game. Because week 1's I always hate week 1 because you never really know how they're going to go. and you see some really weird results on week one, especially when you like look back over how the rest of the season goes, and you're like, well, that's a bit of a freak result. And a lot of that comes down to, I think, it's harder to set a game plan, not being able to base it off of how you've seen a team's going to set up for a season, right?
It is. When you're putting this out, who's going out after the games have been put in? You're not putting this up tonight, are you?
No, it won't go up tonight. It won't be ready by tonight, so it'll be tomorrow, probably.
Well, I'll be honest, I'll just tell you my game plan then. I'm assuming that Johnny's going all pass. So, probably not. I don't think he'll run the ball. I think he's going to be 90% passes. Right. But we'll see. That's the gamble I'm going with anyway.
Yeah, did you get the gamble wrong last time?
Yes, I did. I let 68 points in.
All right. That was the last real game you played last season, right? Right, okay. Okay. Do we need to see any more for this one?
Well, no. You don't even have to ask who I'm putting as champions in this league.
Yeah. Right. So you're back in the clowns.
Yeah, put the Avalanche down for a wild card as well. In fact, I'll also make a prediction that Stampede Avalanche will be the CFC Championship game.
Eddie on, we're not going that far.
That's what I think. These are easily the two best teams in the CFC by a mile.
Yep. Right, Jez, what are you going with?
Avalanche. Johnny's going to do it this year.
Hold on a minute. In your prediction, you've put me to win. That's double standards, isn't it?
I'll back the clowns as well.
I'm saying about the division. Not who's going to win the bowl.
Oh, so you think I'm going to win the ball from a wild card spot, right? Okay.
Right. But yeah, I see it being probably a 10-0 and a 9-1 team again, or even 2 9-1 teams.
Yeah, I'll have Stampede for a wild card.
He's gonna have Stampede for a wild card, right? So known as the clowns now.
Ronald McDonald.
I'm seriously going to have to get my helmet sorted this year, aren't I?
Do you want me to sort one out for you, Matt?
Yeah, about time.
I'm a bit worried it'll end up like Ronald McDonald, so I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, do you want it looking like that?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Right.
There we
I've
go.
got another wild card spot to slot in somewhere, I think.
Right, where are you going then? Cheers.
Let's go Heroes.
Heroes, right. Right, there we go. There's our predictions in then for next season. And that bit at the end was just the key to kind of have a look at the balance of all the different kind of training camps that came in. So yeah, 3 extremely strong squads in the whole of the league. And then 4 very strong sitting in MFC. 3 sitting in 3 strong in the CFC. So
In that doubt, I'm sure there was more extremely strong last year.
I think there was one or two more. I think you were extremely strong last time around, weren't you?
Yeah, I was.
Jez was as well because he's very strong, but just dipped down 1. So
On out.
yeah. So yeah, right. Okay, there we go. That's our predictions. The only other thing I did in between our last one and that was I was very interested in Dev Squad Stu in the Sharks because we'd obviously seen he'd had a 15 QST shift. So I did a little digging into that one, and it is legally possible. So whether it's a bug or not, I don't know, because it might be. But having a read through the dev squad stuff, if you buy all your points from the first week of coaching, so in theory, to go 10 QSTs on a quarterback, you'd need to do 8 weeks, right? Dev squad to give you 8 points, and that'll give you a 10 shift. After that point, it says you can't actually buy anymore. But if through coaching chance you still pick them up, they will continue to go on there. So you could go to week 8, buy them all. Week 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. I think it's 5 more after that, isn't it? Or is it only 4?
Yeah. No, it's 5 more.
5 more. So he's either got really lucky and managed to pick up another 4 in those 5 weeks, or it's a bug.
Got pre-season as well. That's 14.
So you can't do the Super Bowl week, right?
Only the Super Bowl week. You can do pre-season.
So you got week 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wild card, division, conference. I mean, yeah, 14, isn't it? Yeah. So coach 8 of them.
Yeah.
Leaves you with 6 chances to pick up another 4.
I take it if you buy one, you can't get one that week as well.
That's right.
No,
yeah, you
correct.
can only get one. You
Yeah.
can only get one.
You can't.
I've never seen it happen.
Yeah.
No, you can't. If you buy one, that's it.
Yeah. So if he's and I think you could potentially, can you buy up to 9? Maybe you can buy to 9, but then that'd still give you 5 weeks to get 3 just through luck, right?
You can buy more than 8 because I've bought 9 before on a I don't know if it was O line or D line.
Yeah.
Because you need the 9th one to get an O line or a D line to 65.
Yeah.
If they're starting at 55.
Yeah. See, I've got it open here, haven't I? Is it there? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Right.
That may not be coached.
A player may not be coached for a guaranteed DP after he has acquired 9. So yeah, there's 9.
Right. Yeah.
Or more DPs in the current season. However, he may still pick up DPs from other coaching in the manner described in the previous section. So yeah.
So you can get them to 9 in week 8, and then they only need another 3 more in 6 weeks.
In 5 weeks, I think it would be, wouldn't it?
5 weeks. Yeah. No, 6 weeks. Didn't we say 14?
That was when I was talking about getting to 8.
Okay.
So yeah, to 9, and then it's 5 weeks to get another 3 through luck, allegedly.
Which is that's really hard to do if they're at any sort of decent level by that point. They'd have had the extra level pop
so
on week 6.
It's still a 25% chance on each offensive pop, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean,
not
for
impossible.
Me, no, absolutely. I mean, like with Gibb, for me, last season, managed to get him to the 10, but I only had to buy one of them because he just pop each time on the dev squad. So, some good luck if he's managed to get those. If you have bought all the way to 9, to then come off of that and then see him pop in another 3 times after that, it's probably you're like, wow, that's even even better money spent, because getting that QB up to that 60 is probably something you wouldn't necessarily have thought would happen, right? So yeah, it was interesting. So so now he will forever be known to me as Dev Squad Stew. Yeah, there we go. Right, we won't do any prediction. I think we'll see how week 1 goes, and then we'll come back and have a look at how the results landed and how week 2 looks next time around.
Yeah. Good luck, everyone.
Apart from the
This is
Avalanche.
where
Apart from the Avalanche, yeah. And hopefully, if everything goes right, we'll see some results before the weekend's out. So that'd be good. All right.
Excellent.
Well, there we go. Here's our predictions in. Thanks for joining me again, fellas, and I hope everyone enjoys the mascots.
Yeah, actually, tell us which one's the best mascot. Come on, let's have them.
Yeah,
let's have in the comments who's the best mascot.
Tell us which one's the best. Let us know if you like your one, and yeah, tell me if you don't like
Stingrays.
I'm sure
Stingrays
you
is the
will
best
anyway.
one.
Yeah, I have to find where they've all gone. Yeah, thanks a lot. See you later.
Cheers.